Yeah, now we're going to do the last movement of the fourth section, which is called the full body rolling, and it follows the last movement, which is what's called the descending ascending balance. Okay, so this movement began in Zen salutation, and it goes through a transition in order to get to the beginning of the full body rolling. So here we go. We can Zen salutation, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. This movement, as it was in the movement in the third section, which was called asymmetrical coordination, is a movement that is very complex to break it apart, because once we break it apart, the mind wants to make it linear, and then it takes us away from the actual momentum that we need to really actually be in the movement. So it's kind of complex. So I will say to you, we will give you as many clues as possible. Just see the counts and see the totality of the motion, and then explore with it, because as I said, if you get too much into the counts or too much into the linear mode of trying to understand the movement, it will take you away from the momentum, and then you won't get to it. Once you get the movement, then you can discover it again and then put it linearly into the mind. But you can't begin there too much, as I said, because the mind tends to stop the movement in order to perceive it. And here we learn to perceive ourselves inside of the movement. And then, as I said, after that, then we can understand the linear relationship inside of the whole movement. So we'll start in the last Zen salutation here. And then you know that you go into the fourth balance. So we start 3, 4 is descending, and then you enter air. 1, 2, and when you get to blessing the air, count 3, count 4, the right arm give you the momentum, and the left arm give the placement for the rolling, and the left leg, the right leg becomes natural bend the knees, the left leg becomes the natural extension, the right arm is heaven, the left arm is sun. It's very much, remember when we did the symmetrical coordination, this movement is a little bit like that, but instead of the leg extended, it's the same, but the leg that it was bended in high natural bended knees, now is at the floor, supporting the extension. And the right arm, corresponding to the transversal leg, is heaven, and the left arm, corresponding to the natural bended knees, is sun. And that is the beginning of the movement now. And the leg that is supporting your natural bended legs and heaven are the momentum of the movement. So from here, the momentum begins to roll in, right here, the leg and the momentum. So from here, this is count 4, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the left leg becomes natural bended knees, the right leg becomes extension, heaven becomes left arm, sun becomes right arm. 4. And now again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the beginning of the movement, you always begin the movement in heaven, and the leg that is supporting your natural bended legs. Now, the other arm, it is in sun, and the moment that you begin the momentum, the arm rotates around in order to allow the shoulder to be able to create the circular aspect that allows you to roll right there. And then from the rolling, once you keep rolling through, the last part of the rolling releases the spine as the leg arrives to natural bend the knees, left leg becomes extension, heaven and earth. Heaven and sun, excuse me. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Just rest for a second. Every time you stop and resting, come back to natural bend the knees. Always come back to natural bend the legs. Adjust the coccyx to make sure that everything is symmetrical again in your sense of self, and then relax and rest for a second before you do it again. Good. To help you, it will help you to remember this. That once you begin the rolling, let's say you're beginning to the right, count 1, the first 4 counts is the rolling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the first count 1 of the second set of 4 becomes the leg that is bended. The bended leg is count 1. The leg that is extended is 2, 3 becomes heaven, 4 becomes sun. And then the movement starts again from heaven and the leg that is bended to give you the momentum of the spiral again. 4 counts, and then in this particular case, going to the left, the right leg becomes the natural bended legs, the left leg becomes the extension 2, 3 becomes heaven, and 4 becomes sun. So if you just remember all this detail, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the linear way that will assist you to be able to know where you are in a space and how do you get into the momentum of the movement. So I would like to do it again and just notice that. We're breaking it a little bit linearly in order for the mind to be able to understand what am I doing in all this motion. Okay? So here we go. We start in Zen salutation again. The last Zen salutation. Remember, Zen salutation is the opening of the 10 thoracic vertebrae and all the area of the thoracic vertebrae. Right here, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and now 4, 1, 2, 3, and now 4 is the transition. 1, 2, 3, and the movement begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 is the leg, 2 extension, 3 is heaven, 4 is sun. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 is the bend the knee, 2 is extension, 3 is heaven, 4 is sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. So that will begin to help you. Now, once you begin to understand this counts of 4 different 1, 2, 3, 4, then forget about the counts momentarily and think about that once you start rolling, you're going to yield with the skeleton to the rolling itself. Because the purpose of this movement is that the entire rib cage that has become expanded through all this movement that we have done on the floor and through all these very physical movements now have to again melt in no form, so to speak, in order not to keep you crystallized inside of, but just to become pliable. So now you're yielding to the form of the skeleton. So I'm going to do it again this time. And even though I'm going to still keep in the 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to centralize more in sensing how do I yield in the motion of the skeleton as I'm rolling. Okay? Beautiful. 5, 6, 7. I go to Zen salutation. Here we go. This is count 4. 1, 2, 3. Entering earth. 2, blessing the earth. 4, transition. 1, 2, and now I'm yielding. See the skeleton? Yay! 4, and now 1, 2, 3, and now I'm yielding into the form. Yeah, right there. So I'm allowing my skeleton to really conform to the circularity of the ground. I make the ground to become circular. 2, 3, and now I yielding. Yeah, right there. So the idea is not to keep the form too much, because then you see if I keep the form, I'm gonna roll, but I'm gonna stop. But if I allow just the skeleton to really begin to form, you see right there, form, I yield into it. So that is the most important thing too. In this part, this movement is to complete the sense of form and formless. The form is actually the moments that you define the matrix, and the formless is the moment that you release completely into the form of the flow through your body. Okay? So the movement is done 4 times, and then after it's done 4 times, it returns back into Zen salutation, and then from Zen salutation, it goes through a transition to go to the standing stance again. So I would like to do the motion now, the 4 times of the movement, then the Zen salutation, then the stanza, and complete the movement that actually completes the 4th section to begin the 5th section. Okay? As I do it again, I want you to also notice this, that when the movement starts, and it starts in heaven, and the momentum is done by the leg, that is a natural bended legs in heaven, the arm creates a spiral, expresses a spiral around the top of my head, and the spiral becomes then sun, and the other arm becomes heaven. So the arm that initiated in heaven will complete itself in the completion of the movement in sun, and vice versa. Yeah, so just note it at the top. We're going to do it from there, and then we'll go. So we're going now for the momentum, and the 4 counts stopping, and the spirals. 5, 6, and the transition to stand up. Beautiful. We start a little bit more this way. Yeah, so you have plenty of space. Beautiful. 5, 6, 7. We go to Zen salutation. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, transition 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The spiral. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Heaven and sun. The spiral of heaven. 2, 3, and 4. That becomes the sun. 3, 4. The last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The transition. Complete. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times to get to Zen salutation. 2, 3, 4. Now spiral. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other mandala. 2, 2, 3. And this is the beginning now of the 5th section. Yeah. Going to the full body rolling and completing the full body rolling, this is the same movement that you have done already when you were practicing descending ascending balance. So after the completion of the full body rollings, it becomes the returning back into Zen salutation, and then the standing up into the stance of 0 point. So I would like to assist you in that transition. Okay, so the last transition was that you're arriving from the body rolling into this place, and then from here will become 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, and then you are in Zen salutation 4. And now 1 and 2, and you lift your toes a little bit to find the stanza. And here we are in the stanza 0 point. And then we are folding through all of the center to the crown. And now the outer mandala with gravitational transfer will bring us back into 0 point balance, ready to start the 5th section. We're going to do the last of the infinite rollings with the transition to go to the high Zen, and then we're going to Zen salutation, and the descending ascending balance, and the full body rolling, and the transition to the stance of 0 point to begin the 5 sections. Then we'll do it all with a start. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other form. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.